Welcome everyone back to my channel, where today we are going to be discussing a controversial topic. The Japanese faction has broken mechanics. Now, I don't say this in the sense that they are very good, that they are necessarily terrible, or that they're just blatantly making the characters overpowered. The Japanese faction has almost a few very good characters that have broken mechanics that are built into them that many people are aware of and don't necessarily make the characters balanced as they should be. Now, in this video, I'm going to be going over the three characters that are like this. First of all is, surprisingly, Shinobi. Now, the broken mechanic on Shinobi is not necessarily backflip. The backflip is a very strong mechanic, however, that is not the broken mechanic we are talking about, or at least I'm talking about. For instance, let's just turn on my opponent's revenge, and then let's tell him to do a charged heavy. Now you guys can probably tell where I'm going with this now. The Shinobi range guard break is broken in the sense that he can actually interrupt the startup of a lot of attacks with this ranged guard break. Now I can't actually demonstrate this right here because it's very difficult to do it, especially with the guard break frames on the charged heavy. Maybe I actually need to make it a normal heavy. That's probably what it is. I don't know. Yeah, see, you saw it. He was in the middle of doing his normal heavy, and you can guard break him out of the startup frames of that. Now, before you ask, no, you can't guard break them normally. I'm going to show you right here. Oh, crap. Hang on. It's hard to time it right. See? You can't guard break them. You can't guard break them while they're in revenge and interrupt their attacks. It's kind of stupid, but if you have a range guard break, yes, you can do it. And that is actually pretty broken, especially in terms of ganking. When an opponent does get revenge and they're out to kill everyone because their attacks aren't interruptible. But when you have a Shinobi on the enemy team that knows what they're doing, that can range guard break, that immediately locks down your opponent when they have revenge. And it's kind of stupid because this means in the recovery of light attacks or even a very strong melee, your opponent is going to be hit by a ranged guard break that they cannot interrupt, that they cannot counter guard break because it's broken. It's literally broken for revenge. But that is how it is, and I do hope this does eventually get fixed because it is the only thing that sets apart range guard break from normal guard breaks that I know of. I've heard it can interrupt some light attacks a lot more than a normal guard break, but I think that is more based on of timing. Now, another thing is that's broken in the Japanese faction is, again, we're not just covering Shinobi. This is the Japanese faction almost as a whole. Another thing that's broken is Shugoki himself. Now, Shugoki is not broken in a good way, in any way. He has hyper armor that can be exploited to easily win a fight. Shugoki has no opener, meaning he has to rely on defense and a very rare offense. And this kinda is not fair to him. So, what does that leave him? Well, abusing his hyper armor. Shugoki's not fun to fight or fight with, simply because attacking him, you can get guard broken. Him attacking, he can get guard broken. It's not fun because people will often dodge Shugoki's attacks because I mean, the light's pretty fast, but that heavy's absurdly slow. And that leads to a guard break, which leads to Shugoki getting double damage almost because of hyper armor loss. And then there's also the fact that if you ever knock a Shugoki down, and I'm going to demonstrate this here kind of halfway, opponent's stamina is on. If you ever knock a Shugoki down, there's a slight chance he's going to wake up and get his hyper armor. See, after the throw, it doesn't reset the timer for his hyper armor. So any punish you do after a throw, it's just not fair. See, I hit him with the light attack. And his hyper armor comes back at such inconvenient timing because it's built on a specific timer that his hyper armor only comes back after 8 seconds of initially losing it. So that means it doesn't reset when he gets hit again. And that's a major issue because there are too many times when a Shugoki gets max punished, and just as he does, and I'm talking about like gets thrown on the ground max punished, as soon as they do, another issue is they have hyper armor on get up. They can guard break you in your recovery frames of your max punish, throw you to a wall, and crit hug you. This is a very strong issue that very rarely happens, but it doesn't change the fact that Shugoki's hyper armor is broken, but should be changed because he's an extremely weak character that has a broken aspect that makes him even. It's not how it should be. You should not have one broken aspect on an extremely weak character just to make him balanced. That is not how it should be, and that is not how it is in the community's eyes. Next up, we have Nobushi. Now, a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, because a lot of you are going to say Nobushi is balanced, and that's true. Nobushi is balanced. But only because, again, she has one broken aspect on a weak character. Now, what is that broken aspect? It's hidden stance. Now, before you start firing off in the comments a bunch of raging, I'm going to explain why hidden stance is broken. It's simply because it's free iframes. Now, a lot of people remember what happened with Kensei being able to delay his dodge heavy and getting extra iframes out of it. It wasn't healthy for anyone. But let's just talk about this. Nobushi is the only character that is able to feint a light attack. A light attack. So let's show you this. Do a light and input hidden stance. You effectively feint a light attack into an iframe startup. So you can do stuff like this, and you got immediately like 25 damage right there, just because you could soft feint a light into iframes and then into a counterattack of a kick into another light that does 25 damage, or just a flat light. So if I get rid of his hyper arm, oh crap, I did that wrong. And then you can bring that into another kick, and it's stupid. It's really stupid. And you might be thinking, I'm going to change my opponent here real quick, just something simple like Peacekeeper, because everyone misses the level 0 Peacekeeper. But the problem is not necessarily that she can soft feint the lights. There's more, and that's that she can dodge out of the recovery of her hidden stance. So she can often abuse this, so that when people go to Guardbreaker, she can just counterattack, or when people go to actually hit her when she's like this, she can just dodge it and then do whatever she wants. So she can dodge she can cancel the recovery of her hidden stance. She can use it to feint her lights, and she can also use it to bring it into a relatively fast melee. Now it gets better. It gets better. A lot of people don't know this, but upon actually just flat blocking the hidden stance heavy, because as some of you may know, her All of her attacks out of hidden stance are faster, and this includes her heavy. Upon just blocking the heavy, Nobushi gets a guaranteed punish of any kind. Now, this is a very strong out of stamina punish and might remind you of a certain character being added in Season 7. So, to demonstrate this, I'm going to allow the bot to dodge and block. So let's see if I can get her to block the right thing. And dodge. Let's see which one she does first. Okay. See? Telling a bot that she is allowed to dodge, and she did input a dodge, as some of you clearly saw. She was still unable to dodge the kick because it is confirmed after a hidden stance heavy block. And so combine all of these aspects together, and all of it circling around hidden stance, all of it revolving around hidden stance, makes it broken. However, given the character has such weak moveset and such parryable lights that are easy to distinguish from her heavies, it makes the character seem somewhat balanced. However, again, just because you give a character an extremely stupidly weak character something broken does not mean it's balanced. It just makes it look that way. Now, that's pretty much it. I tried to think it over. I don't think any other character has anything necessarily broken. Warren's getting reworked. Conk is just strong. I wouldn't say his aspect of shield bashing is broken. Peacekeeper got nerfed. I don't care for her. Lawbringer, he doesn't have an opener, and he's not that bad anyway. Centurion, he has a cinematic. What more is there to it? Gladiator has his own. It's his own. Shaman. Highlander, he has a 50-50, so what? Valkyrie, getting reworked, yeah. Berserker, I like where he's at. Warlord, he could use a buff. Raider, his zone's a bit weak. Honestly, his zone is a bit weak. Kinsei, they fixed the bug. What can I say? And Orochi, I like where he's at. I honestly do. I just don't care. People say he's fast. Okay, he's fast. So what? Blah. Aramusha, the very underpowered version of Orochi. Except with Rocksteady, unfortunately. So yeah, these three characters, Shinobi, Nobushi, and Shugoki, are all broken. And worse, they all reside in the samurai faction. And honestly, their broken aspects should not be there. They are simple mistakes that should have been fixed a long time ago, but instead keep getting blatantly ignored. Shugoki isn't due for a rework for who knows how long. Ubisoft says it isn't even says it's not a priority. Honestly, if you have a character like this, you should at least change how the hyper armor works instead of giving him a rework. Because where it is now does not seem balanced at all. Hyper armor coming back last second after an attack is worse than having it count down after an initial attack has been done. It's like countdown 8 seconds from the second hit instead of 8 seconds from the first hit. If the second hit comes like 7 seconds in, Shugoki has that 1 second left till he gets hyper armor. Punish. Not fair. Nobushi, hidden stance. It's broken. Stupid. Do something. I don't care what it is, but hidden stance at this moment is too strong. It's probably the strongest mechanic in the game by far. And that's counting Highlander's offensive form. I'm just saying. It's actually, now that I mention it, Nobushi's hidden stance is probably the only thing I know that can counter Highlander's offensive form directly. It's stupid. So, yeah, it's not fun. It's basically a double dodge that's free. And then Shinobi, his range guard break in Revenge is a bug that should have been fixed ages ago, but Ubisoft has neglected to do so, so it makes Shinobi look worse than he is. Yes, I have manned them, and I've seen this several times, but it's there and it shouldn't be. It's just how it is. If you guys did like this discussion video and you want to see more thoughts on other characters that aren't as broken but still have some nitpicky features, please do leave a comment down below. Don't forget to leave a like if you did like this one. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from my channel, and I'll see all you dudes later. Bye.